Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lukenessmonster. Today we have a ton of super exciting stars of BlackSeries news to talk about because we have a brand new BlackSeries wave that's just now hitting stores, a possible price increase for the BlackSeries, and then of course some brand new holiday figures coming to the line. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Really quick though, we're actually giving away this BlackSeries Phase 1 Captain Rex at 19,000 subscribers. And right now we're so close to hitting that number. So if you guys do want to enter, 1, you have to be subscribed to the channel. And 2, once we hit 19K, I'll release a giveaway video. All you have to do is comment on that giveaway video to enter. Anyway, on to the video. The first thing that we have to talk about today is the pre-order price drama for the brand new Anakin and Obi-Wan single releases, because the prices were all over the board and it had a lot of people scared that there was going to be a BlackSeries price increase. And of course, with all of the tariff pricing scares that happened a few months ago, this all made a lot of sense. Like, it would make sense that they would just kind of raise the prices out of nowhere. So a lot of people were scared that the BlackSeries prices were getting another increase. Hasbro Pulse had their prices for $27.99. GameStop had their prices for $29.99. And Entertainment Earth had their prices for $32.99, which is a $7 price increase. Absolutely bonkers. And to be honest, I'm not really sure what happened here. Hasbro's official press release said these would be priced at $24.99, and then, you know, a few days later, Hasbro put them up on their own website for $27.99. And so, I really don't know what happened. I'm kind of under the impression that somebody at Hasbro was like, we're going to be really sneaky, we know that these are going to be really popular, and we're going to kind of get a last-minute cash grab. And then everybody called them out for it, and they're like, hey, these are supposed to be $24.99, and they're like, oh, that's our bad. It does seem that Hasbro and most of the other places have fixed their prices. Entertainment Earth is back down to $24.99. Hasbro Pulse is down to $24.99. Amazon was at $24.99 for some time, and we'll get into that in just a second. But GameStop has kept theirs at the higher $29.99 price, which is not surprising for GameStop because their prices have been inflated ever since the whole tariff situation. They just they raised their prices for it and they just never lowered them back down. And I don't think they're planning on it. I think they're planning on just having higher prices for collectibles like this, which is kind of a shame, and hopefully they bring it back down at some point, but this is not surprising for GameStop. But because of GameStop's higher prices, Amazon has started like automatically price matching to GameStop sites, and so Obi-Wan is up for $29.99, while Anakin is still up for $24.99, so I'm not really sure how their like price match algorithm works, but it's completely messed up, and it should be $24.99, and unfortunately it's just coming up as $29.99 for specifically Obi-Wan, so not really sure about that, but it is what it is. But luckily, the good news is that there is not going to be a price increase here, so that is really good news, and fingers crossed that it stays at $24.99 for quite some time. Next up, we have some brand new holiday figures that have been revealed. First up, we have the Reindeer Stormtrooper, and I surprisingly really like this. If you guys have watched my channel before, you know that I'm not a huge fan of the holiday line. I know a lot of people do like it, but it's just nothing that I've really ever been into. But honestly, I like the Reindeer Stormtrooper. Honestly, this is a good step in the right direction. I like the antlers, and I'm glad that they're not just doing like, oh, here's a stormtrooper in like a sweater. Like, I like that it's more unique, and honestly what I think they need to do is they need to be doing more named characters. They need to do like Darth Vader as Santa Claus, or Luke Skywalker as Jack Frost. You know, just random crap like that. It doesn't have to be anything specific, but just like nameless stormtroopers as like reindeers, like, I guess. I feel like they need to go with some more named characters rather than troopers. The next one is a little stranger to me, and that is the Santa Claus Astromech. And I think I like it. I think it's a cool idea. I think the giant like Santa hat and beard is fun, and it's a cool little gimmick to get you to kind of get this guy. I think I'd almost rather it have been like a Santa Claus R2-D2, where it's like a normal R2-D2 with the Santa hat and the beard. I think that would have made more sense, and I just feel like they're doing like Astromech. It's nothing specific, and I feel like they need to do named characters to kind of draw people in more. But I don't know, maybe I'm just like hyper analyzing this too much, but I don't know, they're fun, they're holiday figures. If you like them, make sure to go check them out. Next up, Yakface did post this photo, so of course make sure to go check out Yakface if you haven't already. He's always linked down below, but he actually reposted this referring to the brand new Anakin Obi-Wan, and of course if you don't know, this is the Shin-Hati and Balin getting re-releases with the robes, the soft goods robes, rather than just including them in the first release. And Yakface basically said that we should expect the exact same thing with Anakin and Obi-Wan here in the near future, which is kind of a bummer. And for the most part, I think this really sucks because these will probably end up being exclusive somewhere, like a Walmart or a Target exclusive, but it just sucks that they won't include the robes with the first release of the figure. Maybe that has something to do with, like, it's a mainline figure and them being store exclusives allow them to have extra budget to include stuff in them like robes, but also that doesn't make a ton of sense because we get figures like the Acolyte wave and every single figure in that wave had a robe. So I'm sure there's something behind it, but I just don't know what it is, and without knowing that thing behind it, it just looks like Hasbro's trying to get that cash grab of like, oh, we knew you bought him once and you will probably buy him again for that robe too. And that just kind of sucks. And so I think the only way that I would like 100% justify them doing like a new release with like that robe is if they did it specifically for Anakin and they gave him the Sith Eyes head. That way he had like the Sith Eyes head in the robe just like when he marched on the Jedi Temple. I think that is like the only like explanation that I would give for like this exclusive version of Anakin, specifically because like it's scene specific. It's scene specific to Order 66, and I understand that the mainline releases are more general releases, but like as far as Obi-Wan goes, like I guess you could give him the messed up hair head that came with the SDCC set, but at the same time that one was never with the robe, and so it just wouldn't make sense. And at that point it does look like a cash grab. So like if Anakin he comes with the Sith head, that's great. If not, it just seems a little weird. Next up, we've gotten a ton of reports that the brand new Black Series wave with Anakin and Obi-Wan are actually showing up at Fred Meyer stores over on the West Coast, specifically Washington State and Oregon. This first photo comes from Robert C. on Facebook. But yeah, it's kind of crazy to see this wave already hitting some stores just because Anakin and Obi-Wan literally went up for pre-order like last week. And obviously the Stormtrooper and the Lieutenant Gale have been out for quite some time now, so obviously we would expect those to release here pretty soon. But Anakin and Obi-Wan just went up for pre-order, and it seems like they're already starting to hit stores, and fingers crossed that this means that they're going to start hitting other stores here pretty soon, like your Walmart and Target, your basic retailers. Fred Meyer's is a grocery store, if you guys didn't know, so it's a little weird that they're starting to show up there. I don't know if they just happened to get like stock in early or what happened, but yeah, hopefully this means that Walmarts and Targets will start to get these figures here pretty soon, and hopefully that also means that figure pre-orders will start shipping here soon as well, but we'll have to wait and see. But I am just genuinely so excited for this wave. The Sand Trooper and Lieutenant Gale are some of my most highly wanted and highly anticipated figures, and I cannot wait to get them in hand. And of course, the single releases of Anakin and Obi-Wan are just really exciting, so this wave might go down as one of the best Black Series waves ever. We'll have to wait and see till we get it in hand, but I just cannot stress enough how excited I am for this wave. But yeah, you guys will have to let me know what figures you are most excited for. Is it somebody from this wave, or is it a figure from a completely different wave? Let me know down in the comments below. That is going to do it for this video though, so if you did enjoy, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.